I see you used to me, that's what I like to see, no show, but I'm positive, yo. I'm anonymous beanie man enough for sure, and I humped this nigga on the bathroom floor. One of the first people I met to be friends with, I'm pretty sure he was in my 3rd grade class at the time. I got food cooking off screen right here in my air fryer. But basically, we gonna call him Vincent Futon. His name is very similar to that. Nobody from elementary school watches me, so I would have thrown out his government, but then no, that's trifling. That's trifling. So, you know how everybody be at the playground, and then there's the track area, and then the field. Well, we was all the way at the back by the fence in the track area. And this nigga was like, telling me how he was violated by his cousin and shit. And I was like, oh shit, I went through something similar. And then this nigga said, how about let's stop talking about it and let's go do something right now. I was like, oh, okay, okay. So we head to the bathroom, and this nigga was overly confident. I ain't never did something like this before. I was new. Pop. And he's just in the stall, standing there stroking this shit. And I'm like, where did you learn this from? Nigga, we're 8. And from what I can remember, it was definitely way bigger than mine, because I've been working with small meat for a majority of my lifetime. Is it still small? I would say it's giving mechanical pencil. I was about to flash my censored dick on the screen compared to the size of a pecan log because I randomly have that in my gallery, but we're just gonna leave that at that. So I'm just looking over the stall while he's stroking this shit, and I'm like, oh, I didn't think this through. I don't think I'm ready for this. And he was like, stop being scared and come on, just come over here. I manned up. And I went over to the stall. Why was I the bottom though? Like, he was macking this shit from behind, standing up, and then he laid down and I rode this nigga. And this nigga had hairy ass nuts. Mind you, this is a big, tall nigga. In 3rd grade, we was all short little niggas. He was one of the biggest niggas there. So this green giant bodied ass nigga with this thick ass meat was getting rode on. Oh yeah, and then we frauded. I remember we were in line. I don't know how it came up, but one of our other classmates was like on some gay shit too. And we were like, we was just in the bathroom doing some gay shit. And then we were like low-key humping in line in front of this nigga and nobody gave a fuck. One of my ops, one of my ops in elementary school, he had this alter ego named Humphrey where he would just go around randomly humping everybody. And I was humped one time. That was in like 4th grade. So I was humped one time and I felt hard dick caress my spinal cord onto the tip of my butthole. And you know what? I didn't hate him for it because now I'm taking the whole thing. But it's like, bro, is your home life okay? But anyways, after that, I want to say around 5th or 6th grade, well, gradually we became less and less cool. The friend group I was associated with all turned on me too. I still had my, artsy friend group, like my main niggas, but in the future, they turned out to be oddballs too. Story on that later. Actually, no, I'm just gonna say it now. One of the other people that I met around when I was a new kid at this school, he has the name of a black car. It's a famous black car. So famous black car farted, he ripped ass. I was like, hey, I looked over and I said, hey, can we be friends? He said no. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he ripped all that ass. Like, this was another big ass nigga. And he just had like a big ass ass. And he ripping that shit. And I was like, oh. And then we just started laughing. We still weren't cool, but we weren't on bad terms. No, we never became kind of cool. We were just cordial, to be honest. That nigga was never my friend. He was crying when one of our friends were transferring and he was hugging her and he was like, ah! Ah! All that punk ass crying and shit. I saw that nigga and a few other old acquaintances from elementary school on Halloween night, I want to say 2022, 2023. And I had reached out to people within that group months before and they all acted like they didn't know me or the energy in the DMs was off as fuck. So I was like, oh. But when I see them in person, it's, oh shit, I remember you, how are you, hey. especially Black Car. He was like the fakest. And then there was a girl, Honey. We're gonna call her Honey. She was dating another nigga with the same name as me. Very handsome guy. I used to walk home with him all the time. He didn't say anything to me, which, okay, cool. Like, I get it. It's been years since we've seen each other. Sure, whatever. But I wouldn't act... I'm not saying I expect anybody to react how I would react, but it's very strange how we were kind of close walking. I was walking home with you in elementary school, and I see you and you don't say shit but stare at me, and then your girl talking to me all half-handed and one-sided and fake like. But I didn't let that ruin my Halloween night. I still had fun. Yeah, big ass niggas. But back to Vincent Futon. It was around 5th or 6th grade, and he was talking some shit, and I was like, but didn't I let you hump me on the bathroom floor? And he was like, shut up. And I was like, oh, yeah, nigga, yeah, shut that ass up. Well, the most recent time I seen him was 2023, actually. We had a elementary school reunion right before everyone graduated, which, not gonna lie, that was kind of loser of me to go to, because a vast majority of those people didn't fuck with me when we were kids. So I don't know why I thought they would think I'm cool now, because we're all grown. And this is why I don't struggle giving people grace, but I'm lenient on doing that because people don't change for the most part, at least in my experience. But pull up in my whip, you know, everybody's congregating. I'm seeing a bunch of people I don't fuck with. So my friends from the high school I went to was integrated and talking and like, yeah. And I'm standing off to the side, just looking around and shit, because my friend group wasn't there. They weren't there. Only person that was there was Teacup, or T. I'm pretty sure I talked shit about her in my video. And I was like, fuck you, T. Listen. It was because I didn't know she changed her name and she was being all rude about it. And then she got mad in middle school because when I was new at that middle school, people were praising me for my art instead of praising her, but nobody knew she drew. And she was a way better artist than me. But the thing is, I put myself out there and you was just a standoff, recluse, nerdy ass art kid. Girl, get over yourself and put you in network, nigga. That's why didn't nobody give a fuck about your drawings. Anyways, so yeah, she like kind of huddled up to me and she was like, I'm just gonna stay by you because you're the only person I know here. And I was like, yeah. But lo and behold, who do I see emerge from the fish of white people? Vincent Futon. He's like big as shit now. Big, like he looked like the staff and administration. His big tall ass reaching over all these people talking about some, hey bruh, hey what's up bruh. And then I dap him up and then he immediately like looks away and like turns around and does whatever. Nigga, I know you remember, bitch. But yeah, that was the time I humped the nigga on the bathroom floor. Students, before you go, don't tell me how you move. Show my fuck with you for fucking with me. Meet me back here anywhere else might be at, and I'll be here waiting for your return. Trying will always be good enough because I had enough will to do so.
Since we bout to close out, I do an improv. Plus that nigga stoning me cause I'm rock hard. About to get exclusive, do something to get your rocks out. And I'm telling you all of this cause it's what? Improv! Surprise, bitch. At the end of the credits, bitch. More than a name and some ambience, bitch. More than some glimmer and some edits, bitch. Okay, let's get it.